Hey everybody, welcome back. It's episode 30. Is it 30? Oh my god.
I guess so.
It's episode 30.
I think it's 30
of the Common Woman podcast.
Yeah, Cortnie was the only one clapping.
I wrote 30. I hope it's 30. So I'm
I guess
losing
we're
count.
gonna find out.
I'm losing count, man.
That's because there's so many episodes, yo.
So many 30. We're like babies though in the podcasting game right now. But we're happy to be here. Is it 30? Mel's looking through our inventory.
29.
No, last week was 29.
It's 30, yo.
Is it?
Oh my god, what's happening?
Where's 29 on Apple?
Yeah. Episode 29 was with Sharice.
Yeah, it's episode 30.
So we're episode 30. Hey.
Wait, but why is it not on?
Yeah, it's
Apple?
30.
It should be on Apple. That's weird.
I saw it on YouTube.
Maybe I need to update something with the directory. Sorry guys, we shouldn't be doing
Oh yeah, 29 on YouTube.
This.
Yeah, iTunes doesn't have 29.
Apparently only the
20.
sound guy
See,
knows
mine
where
only
we're
goes
at.
up to 26 on my... Oh, here it is. See, it just updated. It's there. Mine was only at 26.
Mine
Maybe because
isn't
the last time you
updating.
looked at it was at 20. Okay, sorry guys.
You see that thing
Hi,
in front of you
we're
guys?
here.
It's
Hi.
still rolling.
Hi. Hi.
My 29 is missing and I'm hella pissed.
It probably just didn't update. Are you on the Wi-Fi?
I don't know. Anyway.
Well, folks, I'm your host, Cortnie. I'm joined by the lovely, the talented, the beautiful, serving face on IG, my bestie.
Wow.
She makes me uncomfortable when she does that. Hi guys, it's Melissa.
I'm also joined by Mixmaster Valle in the house, babe, on the ones and twos.
This
There's no DJ
This
equipment.
is a board.
I was talking about the drinks.
Oh.
Wow.
See what I did there?
Nice segue.
She
See what I
saved
did?
it. She
You saw
saved
that,
it.
right?
She saved
That was
it.
good.
She saved
Hold on, I
it.
put that up there.
He draws an invisible one in the air.
That's hysterical.
So, yeah, we're drinking painkillers again because we love them.
I
They're
love them.
delish. I amped it up to a level 2 today.
Congrats.
Graduating to a
spicy.
new level.
Feeling spicy.
Well, fun.
Oh, man.
Our coworker is spicy.
Yo, it's
we have
so
a
funny.
coworker that is so gangster
Really?
He be just going off
Who's
just
on
with the
management.
spice.
Yeah, he's very spicy.
Pent up
He
frustration.
made my week.
Yeah, no,
Probably.
he wasn't feeling it. Should we tell the story? I don't
Nah.
think he listens.
I know, but someone will rat us out.
Okay. Well, we appreciate the spice. Spice boy. Yeah. So how's everybody today?
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
I just wanted to check in, do a mental health check. How you guys doing?
Oh.
All right. Epa.
My bad.
Not good because she just banged into the mic.
Yeah.
My hands in, and I'm okay.
She broke a nail.
I broke a nail. I brought nail glue though, and I glued it down. It looks bootleg, but I'm gonna keep it.
Her nails are so long and
nails.
strong and natural.
Save
It's
the
very
nails.
nice.
You gotta go to the China.
I actually go to an Indian nail place.
No, the China's
and I
not
love
good.
them.
But don't say
Oh,
What would you say?
not correct. And it went right. I just naturally just went right through.
But that's actually a Spanish word though, right?
Yeah, it means
Okay.
orange.
It does?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that.
I'm staying all the way out this conversation.
Editing that one.
So I was good this week. Like my work at work is really good. I'm in a really good space, but my shopping now, I have the worst itch, but it usually happens now because my birthday is next month. So I always get like the season's changing. I get a shopping itch. I
Guess
have no
cold
love in
out.
my life. So I'm like, no, there's nothing
sounded
keeping me
so
warm
sad.
at night. So I want to buy some clothes, and it is. But it's
Aw.
not sad. Like I don't feel sad.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
want more shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking my
YOLO,
pockets
I
up.
just want to get
YOLO.
some sweaters
That's
to fill that void.
Mhm.
I just want sweaters to fill the void.
So you could hug the
Flow.
sweater.
I
Yo.
will hug a sweater
Babe.
gladly.
She was ready to fight me the other
For what,
day
for a
because I
sweat?
wouldn't come to her desk to see what she had in her shopping cart.
Oh, damn.
Because I was
it's like
trying
that?
to be a good friend.
That's
I
the
was
level you at right now?
So mad.
Yeah, because she always is like, oh, I got to stop spending. And
I was like, come look at this coat.
gotta
I want
stop
you to
shopping.
see it.
I was
I
like,
want your
no.
opinion. She really didn't come to my desk.
I
She
was
just
like,
shut
no,
you
I'm
down
not
like
supporting this.
She
Oh,
shut me
wow.
down.
Wow.
She was really
So
upset.
did you buy it anyway, though?
Yeah.
course.
Ah.
Of course.
So I had bought two coats. Well, I don't think the listeners care, but y'all gonna hear it anyway. I bought two coats.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought a black coat to replace one of my black wool ones, and then I bought an oatmeal colored one. That was the more expensive one.
What was it, like material?
It's wool.
Or? Okay.
So they both came in. The black one was too big. I went to go exchange it. They didn't have it, so I returned it.
Sign.
It was. I didn't need to buy two at one time, so I put my old one back in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'll wait for Black Friday to see
Mm-hmm.
if they'll have it even cheaper.
That's smart.
And then the oatmeal one, I was like, you know what? My birthday's next month. My dad's just gonna give me cash. I was like, Dad, you want to pay this bill?
No.
You buy me the coat. And
Shout out
he
to
said,
the daddies out there.
Yay! Wait, I was telling the story
I
to
was back.
John. And he's like, wait, who's dad? Who's daddy? I said, God, my father. He's like, okay, because if you were talking about some man as your daddy, I was going to end this conversation right here. I was like, no, I don't have those issues. I don't have daddy issues. My dad is my fucking dad.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do not call a man dad. I think it's disgusting.
I don't do
I've
that
had
either.
men
I don't ever
who-
call you daddy.
No.
I've
Or
had
papi.
men. I mean, you could say
Papi,
daddy
hey,
because
papi.
he's Anaya's daddy. So you can be
Yeah.
like, daddy, you know, it's not a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, but not in
But-
that other way.
Yeah. And so I've had guys that I've dated like want me to call him daddy.
So
or
he was like, yo, call me daddy?
yeah, or they'll say like, "Oh, you want daddy to da da." Hold
Oh,
the
no,
hold
no,
the fuck
no,
on.
no, no,
I was
no,
like,
no.
no, please don't refer to
Retract
yourself
that
as
statement,
daddy.
please.
Yeah, I'm like, please don't call yourself daddy because I'm totally grossed out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have one
Yeah, exactly.
that I love
Yeah.
and
I
I
don't-
call him daddy.
Yeah.
I don't
So
want to
this
see
ain't
you in
gonna
that
work for
way.
me.
That's weird.
I mean, disgusting.
Especially if they ask, like, yeah, you know,
Yeah,
call
that's
me
like-
daddy.
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I've had that. I was like, wait, what? You got the wrong one.
Yeah, I think a lot of women feel that way though. I don't think.
I
there's
don't know. A
many
lot of women
that-
call men daddy.
Mm.
Mm.
I really only think it's okay if y'all have a kid together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then it's like, oh, daddy, like when we're all together, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
daddy, can you help Inaya?
If
You know
I
what I'm
have a
saying?
kid with my man, I might call him daddy in the bedroom.
What about zaddy? That's one I hate.
I will not say it with a
Zaddy.
Z. I
What
will
is
not
that?
say it with a Z.
What
I
does
don't
the
know.
Z
What
mean?
does the Z mean?
I have no idea.
I wonder if
Zaddy?
Urban Dictionary
Yeah,
knows.
it's
I'm gonna check
Zaddy.
Urban Dictionary.
And then you can't say it like zaddy. You have to say zaddy.
Mm.
Hold on.
I guess that means he's putting that extra spice on it, yo.
Mm. Spice, the word of the podcast.
Oh, get out of here.
That's what it means?
No, it says. Wait.
You looking at Urban
You gonna
Dictionary?
let Siri read?
Oh, it was a guy saying it. Hold on.
Well, this is zaddy.
Zaddy.
I was surprised they had a. Oh, anyway, the slang term for a really handsome guy who is very appealing and looks really fashionable. He has to have swag and sex appeal and look sexy and attractive.
So
Okay.
apparently that's
Interesting.
like a Metro dude.
I don't know.
I don't
Then it
know.
says, "Damn, Reggie Bush is a zaddy."
Reggie Bush.
Wow.
Wow.
They
I
said
forgot
Reggie
about
Bush.
Reggie Bush. Jeez.
Where once Kim left him,
Exactly.
right?
He fell off.
Yo, they
And then
all
he-
fall off after that
That's
family.
it.
He married
That's
someone
it.
that looked so much like him too. Which
You
is
know they
like-
call them witches. A bunch of all the
They sucked the soul
all
out
of
you.
the
That's messed up. I love all of them.
Yeah, you
I
what are
are
really
those
do.
super
conspiracy theory pages?
Mhm.
Call them witches.
That's messed up. I don't think they're witches.
fan. I mean, look at Kanye.
I
I
mean-
think they're wonderful human
I
beings.
kind of think there might be
I mean,
witches.
I mean,
Every
Look
dude
at
they mess
Kanye.
with and
Come
break
on.
up
Look
with
at
is
Kanye
failure.
was twisted before.
If he went
I don't know.
all
He
the
was
way
doing
off.
real good
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
Wait a minute, because he switched after
He got
his
Yes.
mother died. No, after his mother died.
Nah,
Was
he
he
wasn't-
with,
Nah,
he
not
wasn't with
immediately
But he
after.
wasn't
He
like
wasn't
that,
with
though.
Kim when his mother passed.
But he didn't go off the
No,
rail
but
like
he
that,
didn't go
yeah.
off the rail until after he got with her.
Yeah.
He was fine with
Like,
Jay-Z
he just
and his
went all
album.
off the cliff after he got.
Facts, yo. I know you trying to
can't
save
put that
it,
on.
Yeah,
but that's
nah,
that's
nah.
true.
No, he got those the new Yeezys that look like prison shoes, prison flip flops.
Really?
They said Kim.
And they sell it for like $400.
They said while Kim out here getting people out of jail, he's dressing people in jail clothes.
I gotta see that. I didn't see
Yeah.
Yo, they straight
'cause
up
she-
look like prison slippers.
She
yo.
posted the slippers, yeah, and they look like jail slippers. It was really
Oh my
funny. That was
God.
one of the funnier
Yo, but
memes.
he's making money off that shit though. I ain't hating on dude. I'm not hating.
I would imagine they're quite comfortable.
I mean, clogs are comfortable. That's the
mean,
same material, yo. So.
There it is.
Random
Clog
and totally
slippers.
unrelated. Did you guys hear about the pastor that got caught eating some chick's box that wasn't his wife?
How'd he get caught?
Babe almost choked.
How'd he get caught?
Yo,
He did it in the church?
somebody made a video of it. I guess
Of
the
him,
chick.
of him chewing it.
And he
Wait.
Did he go? Did he go all into sermon, yo?
Yo, apparently he was like aggressively eating her box, like going in. And
she
somebody was
recorded
recording
it?
it. I don't know if it was her, but it was from her vantage point.
So
like,
it had
from
to
up
be
here.
her.
So it has
So
to
she
be
probably
her.
did.
I
And
mean,
then
it
it-
don't have to be her.
Of course,
How
that
is-
went
I mean-
These
viral.
church people are kinky,
That's
honey.
true. They could have
Somebody
like
could have been
2-3
right
people in
behind
there,
her.
yeah. That's true. Yeah, good point.
Of course, it went viral. So there's this pastor they call the cussing pastor, and like he posted a video
He go
as
with
if
his-
he was responding.
Is he good with his S's?
But the thing is, I thought it was the actual pastor who was eating the chick's box, but it
okay.
wasn't. It was this guy. Can you hear it? Let's see. Is it? Can you turn the mic, the volume up on the Bluetooth? Yeah.
That on this morning, I have messed up the mindset of some of you phony, fake ass, not doing a damn thing in the community, holier than thou as church folk. First of all, fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, second of all, you have an issue with me being on a picture with a beautiful black woman. Let me set the record straight. I am a pastor, first of all, that feeds the hungry. I'm a pastor that has a girls, a boys, and a woman's mentoring program. I teach empowerment on a daily basis. Yes, I'm a pastor that likes pussy.
Oh.
Can I say it again? I like pussy. I'm a real
Applaud
man.
that man.
I'm real about who I am. And remember that God made woman for the man. So you phony, fake ass folk, when you're doing the things that I do in the community, then you got something to say. Other than that, on this Tuesday, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yo, that messed me all the way up because I thought that was really the dude, but I read that this guy,
That was
he was
just
just
a-
like,
it
it
was
was
a-
just like a
was
joke,
pretty good,
like
though.
a parody. But I
That's
was
pretty
like,
good,
can
though.
you imagine if he came out and really said something like that? Like, oh my
But I
God.
mean, he's got a wife, so that's kind of dirty. But
It is. You know what's messed up? I was reading more into this, and apparently they were all like contacting the wife, like, yo, there's a video of your man out there eating your box.
Oh, no.
And she was like, that ain't me.
oh,
Oh, that means he ain't been eating the box.
So yeah, that was what was trending on social media.
right.
Yo, Twitter is a mess. I find out all these weird stories on
You
Twitter.
can't hide
That's
nothing
where everything
anymore.
starts. I have to
Yeah.
get back into Twitter. I suck at Twitter.
I do too,
I
and
suck at
I
it.
suck at the Twitter page for
The
us.
best memes on Twitter.
Yeah, they are. Everyone, I love scrolling through everybody's comments and seeing the
No,
memes
it's
and reactions
crazy.
to
Twitter
crazy
is
stuff.
wild.
Oh
It's actually
my
better
God.
than Instagram. I don't know why I find it so difficult
is.
to maneuver.
It is though, and it's, I don't know, it's hard to get followers. I feel like it takes a long time, or at least for me, because I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, that was a really long lead up to the the topic that we're
was-
doing
was
today.
that what we-
You forgot
Alright.
the topic.
Just you know,
Back at the
talking some
ranch.
ish. But yeah, today we are talking about celibacy and interracial relationships.
Mhm.
Okay.
Random, very random. But I wanted to shout out everybody who responds to the polls, because without you guys, we're nothing. So thank you for always responding. Yeah. Celibacy.
What are
What are we gonna
tell
say
the
about
polls? Or were you
Oh,
gonna
I guess I should, since
I
I
was
shouted
like,
you guys out.
was that it? Nobody responded?
No
Have
one
you
responded to the
ever
poll.
chosen to be celibate? 79% said yes and 21% said no. I was very surprised by that.
You know, I wish I told you to ask,
How long did it last?
was your celibacy over 2 years? Celibacy over
Yeah.
2 years? Because
I asked. though.
okay, good.
I asked
'Cause my team
what's-
was at 2.
what's the longest you've gone without having sex?
Okay.
Okay. So we got some good ones. We got
Okay.
13 years.
Oh,
13
Was that a guy or
years.
girl?
That was a guy.
that's bullshit.
10 years.
Guy, girl.
Girl. His girlfriend. Then 1.5 years, 3 years.
Well, say guy, girl. It's all the rest girls?
The rest are all girls.
Okay, go ahead.
So 1.5 years, 3 years, 2 years, 3 years with the emoji with the sweat coming down. 2 years, and I said 2 years.
I didn't answer.
Boo.
But mine was
What
like 2
happened?
years.
So
I felt like that wasn't anything, so I was like, let me shut the
2
fuck
years is
up.
a long time.
2 years
Is
is a long
it?
time. And I said chosen to be celibate, but I kind of didn't really choose it because I was single, so I kind of had no choice.
You chose
You
it.
chose
I
That's
did
always
choose
the
it.
choice.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
That's true.
it's always a phone call away.
Girl. But I was noticing that in all of the like relationships I was having with guys, that like sex was like the focus. Like it was always coming down to that, and I just was feeling nasty. Like I need to like cleanse myself from that and just take some time being single and not having sex
That's my present space.
to see what happens.
I'm very turned off by the men who are coming at me that are very sexually driven.
Sending you pictures.
Especially when they send you DPs.
I'm getting D
DPs.
pics. Yeah, I'm getting D pics. I just want to cuddle.
With this. That's a picture.
Yo. I'm about to just start sending middle finger emojis. Just go F yourself.
It's terrible. I don't know what I would do if I got a picture like that.
My next response is going to be, I've seen so much better.
Well, you know what you should do
What are
next
they
time?
gonna
is
do with that?
You should check that out.
Oh.
You should have that checked. They were like, what? No, really, you should have that checked. You didn't notice?
That's
Freak
so
'em out.
messed up.
So wait, I didn't tell you this.
I'm scared.
He claims he don't listen, so I'm just going to put it out there.
Mm.
And he sent me a pic. He said that he stubbed his toe. And he had on these really baggy pants. Like these really the pants look crazy because the crotch look mad low, like overly baggy, crazy. So I said, damn, your pants are mad big. So he's like, oh, my bad. I didn't. Oh,
Cousin's calling.
you want to get that?
Yeah.
But ask her if it's okay for you to put it online
Okay.
first.
Hey, cuz.
Not on speaker.
Hey.
Do you mind? We're recording the podcast right now. Do you mind being on?
No, I don't mind.
Okay. Say hi to my cousin Cecily, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, guys. I feel so important.
You
It's a
are.
great day.
You're very important. Yeah, we wanted to ask you more because I saw your comments about celibacy, and you said you were celibate for 8 years the first time.
I knew people were going to be like, what?
I definitely was
Eight
like,
whole
what?
years. Eight solid years.
Solid
Why?
years.
Damn.
Why?
Solid. And you know what? It was never even a thought. Like, it wasn't like, oh, like, you know, I wanted to be in a relationship, but it wasn't like, oh, I need to get you some, because, you know, it was just kind of like,
Why
I'm
did
living
she
my
go?
life. And
in?
Jayla was small at the time, too, so it was like, the first part was just learning to be a mom and do mom stuff, and then the second part was like, we're good in our
So
lives.
why did you?
8 years not even dating anybody.
Why did you choose? Like, was this like a choice, or like, why did you go for that long?
Well, it didn't turn out being a choice. Like at first, it was just like I don't like anybody, and then it was I don't even want to like. I just didn't even want to participate.
You didn't even want to participate.
I was like, man, I'm just no. We parked on the Dillard side. I'm sorry. I'm at the mall.
It's all right.
Bye, love you. Bye, love you. Sorry, we were having like a night out, and I definitely walked out on the wrong side of the mall. Come on, Jay. But yeah, it wasn't a. It was just like a. It started out with, I'm one of those people that needs to like cleanse my palate and get rid of a person, and so it started out that way. Like, okay, I'm just gonna do me and live my life, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then it just turned into I like it being us, and I didn't even want to be with anybody else. So I was just like, this is fine.
I'm good.
Yeah, that's how it was. I was like, I don't need anything. This is
so
like I liked being us.
So
did you have any? Yeah, did you have any like temptation at all? Like any urges?
No.
Was masturbation
involved?
No.
And the thing with that is, I don't like that.
You grow wings?
Like, I prefer. It's not the masturbation. I don't.
You don't like masturbation?
My deal. Really? No, because this is like, if the feeling of sex for me is more of the connection with the other person.
I agree.
And not just the feeling. So it was like, if I'm not going to do it with somebody, then I don't want to be bothered.
So you were really like parched the whole 8 years.
Yeah.
Parched is an understatement.
Yeah. Yeah, and when I tell people that, they're like, wait, what?
8 years. That's a whole lifetime for a child. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Do you feel like you grew at all from that experience? Like, what did it do for your life?
For sure. Like, like that was time like I hung out with my friends, and I hung out with my friends, and I just did like
stuff to fulfill yourself.
Regular, I did like family stuff. I hung out with my sister, and I did what I wanted to do, and that I was just like, I don't have anybody, and I don't know. I was preoccupied with being a mom.
Oh well, that makes sense though. I could see that more because like you have your child to take care of, and there's so many things that are involved with being a parent
and
that you can easily
school.
not be thinking about that. Oh, okay, you went to school.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I went back to school, which a lot of people were like, you went back to school? And I went to HBCU, so plenty of chocolate around. I just wasn't interested. I was just like,
Wow. Do you think that it would have been more difficult had you not had Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely think, because he was like a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
He was like a distraction. And my sister would tell me, she was like, that guy was trying to talk to you. And I was like, why? I'm busy. Like I was curving people left and right.
Wow. That takes a whole other level of strength, discipline, and just, I don't even know.
I never thought about it like that. Okay, so the thing is, I'm in the parking garage, so if I cut out, I'll call you guys back.
Okay.
But the thing is, like when I was dating Jalen's dad, like he was the first guy I had ever been with. So I guess when that was done, I was just like, and I'm selective.
The first guy, yeah.
Really selective about that. So I was just like, I don't just want to,
You don't want to just let anybody go in there.
What age was this?
Yeah, I was just like, I'll be cool. I'm gonna just chill out.
So Melissa was asking, what age was this? Like around what time?
So from 19 to 28. No. Okay, no. I'm a liar. I had Jalen at 21. So from like 22 to 28.
Okay.
or 29, somewhere around in there.
That is amazing. And then you said you went through a second celibacy stint, like 2 years.
So again, I was the guy that I told you that I found out that he was married. After we broke up, I was just like, well, before we broke up, he was gone for a year and a half. So that was like that part. And then after we broke up, I didn't talk to anybody else for like another year and a half, 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So
technically
like
it was really
3
like
years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really like 3 years.
Oh, my
And
God.
like I said, I think it's because, you know, sex for me is more of like a sorry, just in the car.
Is that Jay?
Put your headphones on. I'm so sorry, guys.
That's right. Well, we'll let you go since you're like leaving the mall and everything.
Okay.
All right. Love
So I
you.
hope that answers you guys' questions. Message me and I'll answer you back when I get home.
All right. Love you.
Thank you.
All right. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yo, 8 years.
Yo.
That age, okay, there were
crazy,
certain things that stood out. Even no, that's wild as hell. But she said it was after her first, so I feel like that makes a difference.
Why?
You don't have experience.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's not.
Yeah, but even still, masturbate, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I don't love masturbation.
But you know what it is.
I don't
I've been
do it
masturbating for a
often.
very long
Was she
time.
religious?
I think I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
might be it. They look at the. You're not good at
How
it.
are you not good at pleasing yourself?
How could you mess that one up?
Isn't that crazy? Let's not even touch on that.
I tried to tell her how to do it.
But that
And there's the problem.
oh shit.
I tried to give you pointers.
Anyway,
I'm a masturbation pro.
and that we'll talk about it when this is over. I don't remember the pointers.
Oh man.
Unless you want to tell me now.
No. I don't know who's listening.
I mean everyone.
You know.
And her age. I don't know.
But I feel like that's like a peak sexual period during the
but
20s.
I think you really peak in your 30s.
For women,
Actually,
I think it
you're
is
right.
later. For
You're
women, it is
right.
later. For
Like
men,
I'm
it's
in my
younger.
peak and wasting valuable time.
Losing the minutes, yo.
Losing minutes.
Losing minutes. Oh God. That was very interesting though.
Wow.
You know what's funny to me? I'm not as shocked at not having sex for 8 years as I am with not touching yourself for 8 years. Because it's like you don't get. Because for me, I tend to get like really like the horniest around like when my period's coming and right after my period. So it's like it's a cyclical thing. So I feel like I don't know if anybody else feels that way. Do you get like that? Does anybody else?
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do during that time? But then when she said that was after she had
No,
her son,
having
I
a
could see
child
that.
definitely, the baby's with you 24/7 is distracting.
And your hormones are different because after I had my daughter, I had like no sex drive for a very long time. So that could like keep going.
All
I
of
guess.
that played a role.
Yeah. Why are you tearing up?
I don't know.
She's
I'm not used to wearing
so
eye
sad.
makeup, and I have
And it's
on eye
bothering
makeup.
you?
I'm sure my eyes aren't used to it. Me. You said I'm sad. I'm not sad. Shut up. I could get pee if I want it. I just don't want what it's attached to of anyone that I know.
I remember once I made the decision that I wasn't going to have sex for that 2-year period. There was a guy that I was trying to see at the time, and he was like coming on to me real hardcore. And I was just like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And I kept telling him, even though I really wanted to, I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. And once I said no, I just like, I don't know, everything changed for me. I felt so much better. Like I don't know. I started to like hang out with myself and date myself, and I grew as a person, I feel like. And then I saw that he was like a jerk and he wasn't the right one anyway. So I was able to see without decovered lenses. So,
I've been throwing a lot of no's out there.
Yeah.
Shit is wild.
Look like it's taking a toll there.
On my wallet. I'm about to be overweight and have no room in my closet for clothes in a minute. But it's all good. We good.
That's it. That's it.
We good.
Good times is coming.
Good times is coming.
I want to know, like, from people who are in relationships who choose to be celibate together.
That's crazy, yo.
How does that work?
That's
do
crazy.
you have limits on what you like? Can you do oral sex?
This
can
ain't
you
the crew.
touch each other?
This
or
ain't the
you
crew
don't do
for it.
anything?
No, if it's church, I think if it's church related, like it's your faith and stuff, I don't think you could do anything.
No, you can't do anything.
You can't say
Don't
you're
even
abstaining
tongue
from
kiss.
sex and you're doing other sexual, like it just that's still sex.
That won't work. That won't work. So you probably can't even tongue kiss either because it's like
it's
that leads
all
to other
sexual.
things.
I can't be attracted to a person and not want to do something. It doesn't make any sense to me.
You're gonna be like sitting there next to each
And
other.
does that make me look bad? Do I look,
No, I think that's
y'all look
normal.
like a hoe?
No.
Like it's like if I'm attracted to you, I'm not holding out.
It's not gonna work
Years
out.
on
Like
years.
we can't
Like
go
what?
anywhere. It's
To
gonna
get
be a
married.
phone
And
relationship.
here's my thing too. I'm not even gonna lie. We get married. Okay, I'm attracted to you. We've been dating. We decide we're gonna be celibate. We get
but
married.
why, if you get married, why are you gonna be celibate?
Well, you're gonna do it after you get married. But we get married, and then we have no sexual chemistry, and you have a micropene. What happens at that point?
There's no return policy on that.
Because if we're not allowed to have sex and we're not doing things, you know, that means I'm not rubbing on it to make sure it exists. And then I need to know. I need to know how
you
this
don't even
goes.
have one.
Let me say this. I was telling Cortnie before we started the podcast tonight. I'm like, you know, back in the day, I feel bad for the micropeens of the world because back in the day, I would imagine that we weren't supposed to know anything about size. We were supposed to be with one person and we rock out till we die, right? That's like the biblical way or whatever. So we would never know if you had a micropene or not. You would be one and done.
Yeah.
But now, in today's day and age, we have sampled different
sausage fest.
different sizes and shapes and colors, and we then
like a
decide
rainbow.
what we want. And so I feel bad. You know, but
the pinkies
these
of the
things do matter. Yeah, man.
But it's not about the size. It's about the motion in the ocean, right?
They a micropene made that statement up. That was created by a micropene.
Micropeens can't do
man.
that. The paddles are too short.
Average can do that. Average can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But
That's a good point, though. We
yeah.
gotta check and see if we're compatible on multiple levels.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a rough one. But then, like, how do you like take care of your horniness? Like,
You're not supposed to.
so you're just horny and you just ignore
You
it.
just live your life and
What, and be
ignore
celibate
all
like that?
impulses.
You know
Yeah.
how rageful you're gonna be?
Somebody said 15 years.
That's like prison, yo.
And
Matter
they-
of fact,
and they do
even
it in prison.
they get it. You know?
That's true.
They do
They
it in prison.
Men who weren't
That's
doing it
nasty.
before will do it. With other
Everybody's
men
doing it in
just so
prison.
that they can
Yeah.
So that's
get
so
that
crazy.
release off.
That's so crazy. But
For me, it's like a stress reliever too. It's like
let me tell you something. I am so much more joyful
you are.
and peaceful when I'm getting steady.
Peen.
We
Loving
always
me.
know when Melissa got D'd down because
No. The hair is all
She-
fluffy and everything.
I didn't even know this was a
She's
thing.
she
I'm
comes
learning
in
about
floating
myself
on
right now.
cloud 9, just mad happy and
Light in
bright.
that step, yo.
Wait, I didn't know this was
It
a
looks
known
like-
thing.
You didn't know?
When she walks in,
No.
it looks like fans are on, right?
She's in slow motion.
Oh shit.
floats into the
So
office.
it doesn't look like that when I meditate in the morning and I come to work. Do I not look as good as I do after I gotten it?
No, you always look amazing.
No.
Nah.
Stop trying to clean it. Stop trying to clean it. Wait.
You just float more. That's all.
I am honestly a better person when I get it.
I think
However,
we all are.
I just cannot continue to give my body to these duds out here. And I want to give a shout out to all my ladies out here in the struggle. Because there's a lot of us out here like, okay, we're not going to just do it for satisfaction of our own, you know what I'm saying, desire. We want what we want. We want a relationship. We want commitment. We want the real thing.
Right.
And we're not going to waste our time giving our body to these user duds. So... Cortnie's, we're applauding you.
Yes.
You rock. Because
Keep
it's hard.
Strong, girls.
It's
ladies.
hard. And it's very easy to make that call because these duds come running
Yeah.
ASAP. But at the end of the day, I realize at this point that I'm at, like, I used to be able to maintain here and there that type of situation. But it just doesn't do it for me anymore. I'm at that age where it just, there's so much more of a mental connection that needs to be made.
Yeah.
And I need to feel something different. I just can't overlook certain things.
Yeah.
You know?
And good for you for recognizing that and doing what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I can't
It's
do
not
it.
easy.
I can't do it. So we're here shopping, living a dream.
Filling up those closets.
But I think that the couple that we spoke about, they're celibate because of their Christianity. And I guess it's a situation where you can have sex once you're married.
See, that was my goal, but I never adhered to it. I never adhered to it.
I'm going to be honest. I
Except for
used
those
to
2
think
years.
that was something I wanted. But again, I don't want to end up with a dud. Because I don't believe really in divorcing and you know, all of the, once you make that commitment to me, marriage, then that's that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
Yeah.
well,
You'd be stuck with
I
that
don't want that
forever.
smoke. Could you
Yeah.
imagine?
We
No,
didn't
there'd
wait.
be no smoke.
I'll do it like once a year if I have to.
On the anniversary.
On the
Yeah,
anniversary.
that's it.
Oh my gosh. There's couples
Yeah.
out here like that, man.
Yeah.
They ain't doing it.
Mm-mm.
But who's
But you know what,
who's doing
sex-
it?
Oh.
Yikes.
That's it
If
right
y'all
there.
not doing
Anyway.
it, somebody's doing it.
Somebody-
Somebody's doing it. All
Watch
right.
out.
You know what they
folks.
say, if you don't mind the store.
Wait, what?
Then what did they do? What did they say, babe?
We don't know this. We don't know this one.
If you don't mind the store, somebody else will.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That
That was one of your. That was one of your worst ones.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was pretty bad. What were you gonna
It's true,
say?
though.
I don't remember.
Oh, back to the story I was telling before Cecily called. So he had these baggy pants, and he's like, oh my bad. I couldn't even tell. You could see the D print. I said, homie, I see a whole kneecap. I don't see a D print. So then he sends me the picture again with a circle around it. I said, but that's a whole kneecap. I don't understand what I don't understand what you're showing. Like, I see your knee. That's what I see. That was not his D, girl.
Wow.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say it.
No,
was
it
his-
was a
okay.
knee.
Wow.
It was not his D.
Oh my
And
god.
then he's like, but then it's funny because he's like, forget it, and then deletes the picture
Wow.
and the thing. So I'm like,
really?
wah wah.
Do guys think that's attractive? Like, if it was
Apparently
that
some do.
long, like, no,
Some do.
no, that's
Well,
painful.
you know, some girls are into that too, so
That's painful.
can't exactly say that.
Mm-mm.
Ugh.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
They want to take it out their ear.
It's just like it. A part of me is like, are you thirsty for a D compliment? Because you barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah. Does that make you guys feel good when somebody says something good about your D? Like, oh,
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, it's like,
I'm not gonna be like,
but
nah.
don't fish for it.
You know,
Don't
yeah, but I
send a
ain't gonna be
picture
like,
like
yeah.
circling it, like this is the D mark.
There it
I don't
is.
see it.
What you got?
If he's got a circle like a
Yo,
map and shit.
that's a lovely deep print next to your kneecap.
Hey,
I don't. What do you
I'm
want me to
drooling.
say?
Yeah.
I was like, get your
see,
life.
You don't fish for it though. If you get the compliment, it's cool. Thank you. But I'm gonna be like, yo, you don't see that? Yo, what's up with that? It's in your face.
You already know how I feel about yours. We won't say anything on the podcast.
It's like she likes to make me uncomfortable. I don't know why.
Sorry. Switching gears. So, babe, have you ever been celibate?
What's the longest you've gone?
He's like, hell no.
Probably about a year, maybe.
That
You a
sounds
hoe.
shaky.
Yeah, maybe about a year.
Hey, we can't say that because there were some people who said they've never been celibate. So
Nah, I know that there was like a period.
Kudos to
A
y'all.
dry period, maybe like a year, maybe. Yeah.
I've done 2, and I realized that the beginning is the hardest.
really,
Yeah, the beginning's the hardest because you're kind of just getting off of it, so you get more urges. I feel like, but once you get in a groove of not having it, it's not even a thing.
yeah. You know what? Now that I think about it, at the time when I did it, it really wasn't hard for me because I was still in the it's guilty, I shouldn't be doing this anyway phase.
So religion.
If
helped.
it was now, if like all of a sudden we decided to become celibate for some strange, I would die. I would die.
Once
I don't
again,
know what I would do.
You're making Melissa uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I would. I don't know.
I don't think you would die.
I would
think
die.
you would be uncomfortable. I think you'd be uncomfortable.
I would explode.
Her fingers would be cramped.
You break a couple.
Masturbating queen over here.
Yeah, that gets old though. That gets old.
It ain't the same, yo.
I've been
I do it,
trying
but it's not the same.
those vibrator things for the clit, and I just realized
little
that.
The pocket rocket
Thing?
things.
Yeah,
The
and
bullets?
I think it's desensitizing me, so
Really?
I have to stop.
Wow.
I've heard that,
Yeah,
but
no.
that doesn't do anything.
That's
They
why
say-
I really can't masturbate with my hand.
Yeah, I
it
never use my
doesn't-
hand.
Do it because I'm so used to the speed of it, and a
you
man's
gotta-
mouth can't go that fast either. So you gotta just.
Well,
Okay, guys, y'all are nasty, and it's not vibrating speed, so I'm not hearing none of that.
just listen to the roll of the R.
I'm ew.
Melissa's gonna leave, babe.
I'm really about to like bow out now. Y'all
turning
finish it up.
She's
You
turning
guys
green.
finish it up. God.
No, but in all seriousness, they have said that does cause desensitization.
Yeah, I've heard
What
that
you
too.
do, what you're supposed to be doing, is you're not always supposed to apply it direct.
I never apply it
You
direct.
put it like above, like your clit on the hood or something like that, or surrounding it.
The
not-
hood.
You don't know what you know. Yeah.
Yeah, but how else would you do that? Like people don't lift up their hood and put the vibrator on it.
No, it's not like that. You put it above it. You don't put it right on.
I don't even put it directly on. I put it on my underwear.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, some
this is
people.
getting really personal.
But
God,
that's.
I'm really making like mental notes.
And you
like,
have to do variety, because if you do the same thing all the time, that also causes that.
I do the same thing every time. It works every time.
Some people are not like that though.
And I'm not desensitized.
No,
or at
some
least I don't
people
think I am.
Some people are, some people aren't. But sometimes you might not be desensitized to that, but you might be desensitizing yourself a little to actual sexual activity. That's what they say. You know.
Then I feel like when you put brand new batteries, the strength of it is so
Yes.
ridiculous. I'm like, I don't want this much. I want like semi-dead battery strength.
Really? I can't. That's like nothing.
It's too forceful.
You gotta buy
for
IKEA
me.
batteries.
It's nothing.
What does that mean?
You gotta buy IKEA batteries.
Are they different?
They're weaker?
Oh well, shit. I need some. Let me know when y'all go to IKEA. I've never been. You know, I've never
I
been to IKEA.
love when it runs out and I have to put the new battery in. You notice
Oh my
there are
God,
two
I
batteries
hate
missing,
it.
right?
Yeah. My body supply beginning.
No, I hate it. It's
I got no
so
remotes up in this house, yo.
He blowing you up. It's too strong. I'm like,
It
God, this
depends
is
what-
so
I guess-
aggressive.
You know what? I guess it depends on what kind of vibrator you have to, because some of the vibrators
gotta
are like
get-
really crazy.
My bullet
Yeah.
died, and so I have like
You
a
got-
whole ridiculously solid peen that someone gave me as a gift. I don't even know why that was a gift, but someone gave me a peen as a gift, and so I don't do anything in.
Yeah, me either.
So like, but that shit is so powerful. God, what? The neighbor probably hears it on low. Like, who wants this type of smoke?
Get uncomfortable if it's too
You gotta
much.
get one of those professional type deals that have all the adjustables. And
I need to stop and go get me a man. Because he's getting on a fucking
You don't
head.
need all that. Just a little bit of vibration enough.
I thought about online dating again. I was like, oh, I don't think I want to do this right now.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of these guys. There's so many of them are the same. It's disgusting. And not in a good way.
Speaking of dating, have you ever been in an interracial relationship?
Oh my God. So wait,
wow, nice segue.
Good segue, because I forgot that was the other topic. The last guy I dated was Jamaican, and I thought it was funny because we talked about our parents, and he was like that his mom is older. She's in her 80s. And that she's tired of him bringing home Spanish chicks. That's That's what he likes. Yeah, that's his preference. And so I was like, oh, okay, so
I mean,
I'm gonna be a flop immediately.
We're pretty much all around the same area, so it's not really interracial.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because Babe and I are in an interracial relationship, but I don't really think of us that way. Yeah. I'm Black, he's Puerto Rican, and I feel like we're the same. Like, I didn't notice that we were interracial really until I got pregnant, and everybody was like, "Oh, so you're gonna have a mixed baby?" I'm like, "What? What? What do you mean?"
So my ex was Black, and ironically, the racism that I endured was from our own.
Always, because we're trash.
There was no white people staring at us. There was no white people staring at us ever.
They're like, good, stick together.
Spanish men were. Yeah.
Sorry.
Y'all are on one today.
It's the painkiller.
Hispanic men were appalled that I was with a Black man.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And Spanish women could not stop staring with the disgust on their face.
Really?
I noticed it when we went to the Red Lobster. I noticed it in Red Lobster. The stares. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's so stupid to me.
Yeah.
I got that from, like, I noticed, like, when we go to the Spanish food spots, that like the girls be staring at me weird and they always talk to you and they always like it's like very subtle.
I never really noticed.
Thankfully it's not blatant, because that would just be uncomfortable.
Do you think that did you do a poll?
Yes. I asked, have you ever been in an interracial relationship, and 81% said yes, 19% said no.
Interesting.
Who said no?
You sounded so Spanish.
Who said no?
See? Right?
He's influencing me. So just 3 people said no. Interesting. I wonder if it's by choice or it just never happened, you know?
Interesting.
I feel like most of my relationships were interracial, because I grew up in a all white neighborhood. So I dated white people. I dated Spanish people. I dated Black people a couple times, but I don't know. I don't see color. Don't you hate that statement?
Oh my God, I've heard that so many times.
I never really noticed that though. Whenever I dated, so.
Oh, you've dated the whole rainbow.
Pretty much.
Oh, and before I was when I was first started dating, I was with a Lebanese guy. And it was messed up because he didn't tell his father that I was his girlfriend. Like, if I ever went over his house, his mother knew, but like he would pretend like I was his friend.
Wow,
because
that was dirty.
Yeah, it was the worst thing ever, because his father didn't want him to marry or be with anybody outside of their race. The mother was a little bit more lenient, but I think she still wanted him to be with somebody who was Lebanese. So that was awkward. I remember one time we were hanging out and I had to use the bathroom, and we were right by his house, and he almost wasn't going to let me go in the house. And I was like, what? Like, I got to go to the bathroom. He's like, all right, let me go tell my dad. Like, he had to go in there and prep his father. Like, oh, she's coming in to use the bathroom. She's my friend. And I just remember feeling so hurt by that because you know how when you're younger and you're first dating your first like your first love or whatever, you think like it's gonna last forever and like you want it to be like you get married and all this stuff, and like it was just devastating that like it was never gonna get anywhere because of that. So I mean because of a lot of other things, but you know at the time that was very prevalent, and I was like, oh wow, I felt really less than. That sucked. I'm good now though.
Yeah. You ain't want that Lebanese man anyway.
No, I did. It was a good experience, lesson learned.
That's crazy though.
But that's sad. And a friend of mine at the time also was experiencing the same thing. So it's crazy. People are nuts. Like who cares? Honestly, I don't understand. Who really cares?
Old school people care.
Yeah, I guess.
That's who
like
cares.
Old school people.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got.
I have an off the topic question.
What's that?
Do you guys think that the other person's family should matter in your decision making of going forward in the relationship?
No, because you're with that person, not with that person's family.
So I feel like while that is true, I feel like I mentally can't help but walk into a situation and assess and be like, this isn't going to intermingle with my family well.
But see, that's what I was going to say. I think it's an individual preference. Like if your family is very important to you, then yeah, it's going to have an impact on your decision making in terms of who you're going to be with. And I think that's okay. But then there's some people who don't care. They're like, you know what? That's my family, but this is my life. And I'm going to choose whoever I want to choose, regardless of if they get along with my family or not.
I've been in certain situations where I walk in and I'm like, this is too ghetto for my family. And I'm not even trying. Like, I'm not trying to be a bee. But really, I'm like, my parents are very conservative people.
Yeah.
And I've been in a few relationships where the family was hood.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, first and foremost, this ain't going to go over well with my family. Having to intertwine this.
Yeah.
Secondly, I really don't want my kids going to these motherfuckers' houses. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that plays a role. And I'm like, maybe this ain't it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like family matters.
It really does, because it's just going to cause problems later on.
Family matters.
It's just going to cause problems later on.
Good point.
Because you'll be fighting like Chantel and Pedro from 90 Day Fiance.
Her mother is crazy. Her mother's crazy and her brother's annoying.
Oh my God. Yeah.
His mother's, I mean, both their families are kind of crazy.
They're all crazy.
But I will say I do personally feel like his family probably wouldn't have treated her that way if she wasn't not. Yeah, like I feel like her and her family came at them too hard.
Yeah.
And so why would they be nice to you?
They're on the defense now.
All Dominicans ain't crazy and using people.
Yeah. I would feel a way if I went into a situation where, like, say if your parents thought that I was just after you for money, or like I had ulterior motives, like I'd feel a way every time I was around them. Craziness.
Anyway.
Do you have an affirmation?
You know, I looked one up. Well, someone had posted sacral chakra affirmations today.
It's affirmation time.
Yeah, you gotta do the bang bang after she finishes singing.
That's the variation. That's the remix.
She has to finish it and then you bang bang it. It has to be two separate things.
He was trying to harmonize with me.
He did. It was horrifying.
Why you hating, yo?
Okay, I kind of like this one, so we're gonna roll with it. The affirmation for the week: my sensuality and body are sacred gifts.
That's a good one.
Damn.
Why are you laughing at
I don't know. It's the painkiller.
Why are you laughing?
My sensuality and what are sacred gifts?
Shit, I got out of it. Okay, no, I got it. My sensuality and body are sacred gifts.
They are sacred gifts. Our body is a temple.
Stay strong, queens.
Yes.
We got this.
Yes. Well, we were all over the place today, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. If you guys have any suggestions for any topics, please send them our way. We really appreciate when you guys do that.
Any off the wall stories?
Yeah.
Holla us.
Yeah, man. We want to hear from you guys.
I'm super dry right now. So I got nothing.
But yeah, that's all we got for you today. It's a wrap for episode 30, guys.
Hey.
Thank you for rocking with us for 30 episodes. We hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see you and talk to you next time.
She lives at 1. You cannot give her level 2.
What?
Anyway. Bye.
Bye. If you are enjoying the Common Woman podcast and would like to support, please like, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you would like to contact the Common Woman podcast, you can email us at thecommonwomanpodcast@gmail.com or reach out to us on social media on Instagram @The Common Woman Podcast and on Twitter @Common Woman Pod. Thank you for your support.